Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Chaotic Crusaders discussion. Kind of flubbed that up at the beginning, but maybe it has to do with the topic of the day. Today we're going to be talking about Mario 3D platformers, just in time for Mario Odyssey. I am here with three other people. May you introduce yourselves?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm MGM. I mean, my name is kind of explanatory because the G stands for Galaxy.
Hey guys, Triforce of Doom here.
And sub sticking to it. Sub-Zero 7's here, guys. So yeah, might as well start at the beginning. Super Mario 64. Do we think that game still holds up?
I only played the DS version.
Fundamentally speaking, it's rather flawed nowadays, but it's perfectly fine for its time.
Like some gameplay things didn't age super well, but overall I feel like the game aged really well. Like, the DS version could have been better if they handled the analog to DS controls better.
See,
Again, I kind of grew up with that, so I think I just adapted the DS version kind of quickly.
My thing is that I played the DS port on a 3DS, and...
Oh yeah, Circle Pad does help psychologically, but still, like, 8-way directions.
I don't know, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was... Well,
Hey man,
fine.
I played the whole game with the
Personally, I think the
D-pad.
64... I personally think the original is better than the DS remake, but that's just me.
Yeah, sure, the DS remake has, like, 30 extra stars in the fun mini-games, but overall I do like the original better.
I don't know, I like that you play as Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario.
Same. But I did not like the fact that there are some characters who practically were just used for one specific thing, aka Wario.
We got Luigi,
Yeah.
Mario, Yoshi, and the Black Brick Bitch.
Pretty much, because like everybody else moves at normal speed, Wario moves as slow as erosion.
He was as slow as erosion. He's got power, but you can
And
already
jumps
jump
as
on
high
any-
as a penguin.
And he's the new Metal Mushroom as well, with the Power Flower.
A metal machine, as Emil likes to call him. So I really liked if there's one thing I'll give Super Mario 64, I really like the mentality where it's like, here's a world, there's a bunch of stars in this world, go get whichever one you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, here's a minor suggestion. Here's some other ones that you could probably see in the background.
And
What
here's
minor
some you can get once
they
you
don't
get the right
suggest anything.
cap.
They just drop you in, just like, go ahead.
Well, yeah, but like depending on which star you select on the screen, like the map
although
is
those
different.
titles
so,
are a good chunk of those titles are pretty fucking vague.
Yeah, and like I liked how it's just like, yeah, you can pretty much get every star except the first star in a lot of these worlds.
Yeah, like there are some locked behind like certain cap powers or something like that that you have to unlock. But
Or
other
like,
than that,
or
you're pretty
like,
much free.
or like the second mission in Bomba Battlefield where Koopa the Quick shows up.
Oh yeah, then there's the context sensitive ones, but yeah, for the most part, it's just those and the caps you have to worry about with that.
I could go fight King Babam, but I'm gonna let the change out instead.
Although I will say,
Because that's what
fuck
everyone
the
does.
fact that Jolly Roger Bay only has like 103 or so coins.
yeah.
106, I counted.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you basically have to get every single one.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I played Super Mario 64 on my N64 as a kid, and then when I was older, I played it on 3DS, the DS port. It was not until recently that I learned the gimmick behind Tick-Tock Clock,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the whole.
that was something you really like.
where it's
notice
like
that
if you
much.
go
I'm
in when
trying
it's
to remember
on the
when I found that out. I think I was just looking at Mario Wiki stuff at the time when I
It's
found
like
it
you
out.
go in on the 3, it just goes at normal pace. 6, it's faster. 9, it's fastest, and 12, it just stops. Like everything stops.
And most of the time you want it on 12 except for like 2 or 3 specific stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that. So to me, it was just like every single time I went to the stage, the timing was always randomized. And
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did it, but it just seemed weird. It's like wow, what's with this like difficulty spike?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I could barely do this stage normally as a kid. Now you're
And then we
making it
got
so I
Mario
need.
over the rainbow, which is just like, hey, screw
Fuck
you.
you.
Oh, God.
You're not even gonna die from this one. Just
If there's one thing I do not think was even good back in the old days, was the wing cap.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it could have been much better.
Yeah. Yeah, like, the one star I actually never did get on the DS version, because I almost 100% did it, 100 coins in Shifting Sandland.
It's not that hard to get, though.
I kept dying to the quicksand because I kept falling into the thing while trying to collect coins.
I'm pretty sure as a kid I never knew that there was like stars for that you would get a star for collecting 100 coins.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either until I think I accidentally did it because I felt like it.
I only figured out that that was a thing because Super Mario Sunshine like had that multiple times.
Yep.
And like had it as like a basic mission, and that's when I like went back and went, hold on a second, like collected 100 coins, a star appeared, and I went, oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering why Bowser said there was 120 stars and I only had 80 something.
I mean, there's only 15 100 coin stars in 64 because there's 15 courses.
At least you don't need every single one to finish the game.
Yeah.
That would just be brutal if they were just like, hey, you got to do this 100% now.
That's sort of a thing with a lot of these games, isn't it? Where it's like you get to a certain threshold and then it's just like you could go fight the final boss. You don't even need to complete the game. Just the final bosses are open right now.
Yep.
Yep.
And I guess it's that type of freedom that people really enjoy about the 3D platformers, as opposed to 2D platformer where you're just, it's a linear adventure. You don't really have.
Of course. Yep. Of course, I think that makes for a good transition into the next game, Sunshine, because yeah.
Well, hold on, we didn't mention the whole Yoshi thing. Yeah, 100% Yoshi.
Yeah, and like, there are people that say that like 100%ing Super Mario 64 is more enjoyable than like 100%ing Sunshine, and that's fine. But like, people who say that 100%ing Sunshine is a waste compared to 64, I don't entirely believe that because
They're about the same,
you get
so I
100
really-
lives for no reason.
Yeah, that you will not be using because you've done everything already.
you get 100.
If I recall, it resets when you save and quit anyways.
You get 100 lives, and your third jump has sparkles added to it.
Oh, that's
Yep.
cool. I didn't know that one. What was the 100% for the DS version again?
Same thing.
Yeah.
No,
Just
I don't
play it
know.
as Yoshi.
No, I don't think Yoshi shows up.
Just
because he's
consult
playing
Sugar
the
Convoy's
character.
Let's Play.
Hold on, I'm just
Fair
gonna look
enough.
this up now.
I
I
don't
guess.
actually remember, man, because like even on the DS, I never 100% had Super Mario 64.
Like, here's the thing. I was not a very smart child because
same.
I knew there was a cannon out in the courtyard of the Peach's Castle, but I never figured out how to open it.
Yeah, you had to get 100% to open it.
Yes, but here's the thing. I never realized how to activate the red cubes either. The special, the boxes. What were they called again?
Look up into the sky. Why? Because, I don't know.
You see, that never occurred to me.
Yeah,
I
if you
always thought
like
just,
for anybody
stand
else,
there.
for anybody else you just see light coming down from the thing. You would just think, oh, that's a nice detail. It's like the light from outside's coming inside. That's cool. And then you would move
I
on with
thought
your
that.
life.
Well, yeah, but then I stood there for like a few seconds, and then the thing happened, and I thought something weird was supposed to happen. But no, you had to physically move your first-person camera into that, and I didn't know that. I tried jumping into the light using a series of weird jumps, but it never worked, obviously.
Go towards the light. Not really.
And then, so I pretty much just ended up using a cheat codes to use an infinite jump to get behind the castle roof, and there was apparently you can unlock the blocks there too. There's a solid block there too that you can just use to activate all the other red blocks.
Weird.
So, I mean, there you go. I guess there's a second way to do that.
That's
You
cool.
probably like found some sort of test room or something.
Either that
No.
or just like the trigger for it that you could
Trigger,
actually physically
it's
press.
It's a second trigger, yeah.
It's basically
I
just.
guess, but
I
either
wonder.
way-
I wonder if that's like a reference to how. Yeah, that probably is where it's like in the in Mario World. There's those switch palaces that you go into and
is.
you hit the thing, and it makes
It's
all the
Yeah.
blocks in their
Mario World.
form.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, there's just that the one behind the castle wall is the second trigger. So I mean, then you can just fly around the fly around with Wing Cap Mario all over the place in Peach's courtyard. If you wanted to.
One thing that's still one of my favorite songs in the entire franchise is the Metal Mario theme.
I'll stick with Dire Dire Doc's theme.
I'm trying to think what's my favorite track in 64.
That's Rainbow Ride / Slide. That's not Dire Dire Doc's.
I know, but I still like that song.
I don't think I have a favorite track in Mario 64.
I don't really remember much of it. I just mostly just remember the water level themes because, well, they're really.
Yeah, it was
good
pretty
piano
chill.
pieces.
The final Bowser theme, now I think about it, that's probably my favorite.
It's a pretty good one as well.
Yeah.
But all the music in 64 is just there.
It's good. It's there.
Nothing too special.
Yep.
I know we're probably making people's ears bleed on that comment, but like,
Just like, thank you for ruining my childhood.
64 was one of
Everyone
my
has the
first
same
video
childhood as
games,
you.
but it's not one of my favorites.
but my favorite is Clever Segue.
Sunshine.
Yeah, Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Which people keep calling the black sheep, which I don't believe for a second.
It's not even that
I don't
bad.
think people know.
Black sheep doesn't mean bad.
Is-
Black sheep means like the outlier, kind of like how Zelda 2 is completely different from everything else.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and Sunshine isn't completely different from everything else.
Isn't or is?
Isn't.
Yeah, not really. It just gives you like a jetpack.
Yeah, like most of the 3D Marios, it has its own little gimmick.
And also, it's a little bit of a third-person shooter, but there you go.
Third person.
Well, that's its
shooter.
gimmick.
But yeah, this
Said a little bit.
This game adds in the sort of safety net of FLUDD, where it makes platforming a little bit easier, except when you're doing those goddamn special stages.
And even
Wait,
then,
what-
you come back to them a second time for the bonus hidden stars.
Man,
And
even
you will get that acapella theme stuck in your head at some point in your life.
man,
I
it's
didn't.
real good.
And I played that game since it came out.
I never did finish Super Mario Sunshine, but I did watch all the Choco Conroy.
I watched Johnny play it a lot.
That's upsetting. On a side note, the whole
Like,
shit.
I got far, but I never actually beat it because I did not know at the time that you unlock the final level by beating all the Shadow Mario levels.
Hmm.
Like I was just
That is a bit of a weird requirement. Just saying, hey, instead of getting all these stars, you got to do this many missions from this many courses.
I mean, that makes
Now go.
sense, because it's like you're kicking Shadow Mario out of all the stages, so now the only place left to go is Corona Mountain.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I'm
It
just
just
used
kind
to
of
be like, hey, get 70 stars type of requirement.
Shines.
Shines.
Right, well-
This time they're called Shine
Star
Sprites.
shines.
MacGuffins.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is a foreign island, so I mean, yeah, of course, the stars there would be different.
I guess this is a point to bring up. Do we love or hate the Piantas?
I'm
a chuckster.
No, I'm a chuckster. Murderer!
They could have higher IQs.
I'm indifferent to chucksters.
I mean, so... I mean,
If
so-
Sonic Adventure 2 logic goes off of everyone can confuse Shadow for Sonic, I'm okay with them confusing Shadow Mario for Mario.
my whole,
I mean, they are at least the same silhouette.
my whole thing is just like they're... This is a kid's game, guys. The plot's not supposed to be taken
Oh yeah,
seriously.
don't send don't send Mario to jail.
Well, there's also the thing of like, we need these Shine Sprite things to live. Why are you holding them hostage for rewards for mini games then?
Is it
I don't
what?
think they knew they were holding them hostage.
Is it why are why are these Tanukis like selling them in exchange for blue
I also
coins?
fucked the Tanukis.
I forgot about those.
I also didn't know those were Tanukis when I first played the game, because I didn't know what a Tanuki was.
Me neither. I just thought they were raccoons, and I was like, there's a difference?
Sort of.
Yeah,
Tanukis are pretty much just raccoon, like dog hybrid type of guys.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get all the blue coins.
I like the Piantas a bit. I like their design.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like
And-
basically like mountains with a tree on them, right?
I love the comment of they could have a higher IQ. To be fair, the Toads could also have a higher IQ. So like,
And a
And
deeper
also
voice.
more muscles.
there's
I mean,
there's
at least-
there's a
at least
lot
they
of
have-
people there's a lot of people in the Mario universe that would get by very well if they had only 10 to 50 more points added to their IQ.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, hey, at least they have muscles and crap so they can throw you places. The toads.
Yeah,
They-
let's fuck
well,
that secret
I-
level.
Do you
And,
want to see a buff Toad? Don't answer that.
No, I think I already have, but I don't. I think I suppressed that.
I'm pretty sure there's a Mario RPG out there that has that.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Not that I can recall.
The Gordo Toads from Bowser's Inside Story.
Gordo.
It's not muscle, but they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was a result of some sort of disease thing thoughtful spread.
Don't
Yeah,
you-
the
don't you mean
blorbs.
blorbs?
Yeah, the blorbs.
Blorb toads, whatever. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
So.
Oh yeah, at least the Piantas have muscles and crap. Toads only have at least one of them has a spaceship, but that's about it.
Mhm.
Oh, and they're fast.
Yeah. No,
Forgot
but they
about
but they got no jumping ability because they barely
So
have
since we
legs.
since we didn't say anything about it, let's talk about the Sunshine's levels. Actually, what do we think of them?
Swimming's
overall-
a little funky, but
Aside from a few specific missions, I don't mind them actually. They're pretty good levels. Aside from certain very specific shine sprites.
which one's the dentistry one again? The giant eel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in
no,
Noki Bay.
That's Noki Bay when you gotta go underwater to clean the eel.
Yeah, into
Yeah.
this bottle to train, and now you could deal with our eel problem.
Which is just an eel with mad teeth.
It's apparently 2 eels actually. One half is male, one half is female.
And they share one mouth.
Yes.
that's
What the hell?
that's-
Wow, Unagi biology got really interesting.
All right then. Also, what do you think of what are the shell people called again?
Nokis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. What do you think of them?
They're cool.
They're
They
pretty
actually
cool
help
too.
you.
Yep.
I like.
Like-
If there's the one thing I love about Sunshine, it's the Mario-ish, basically that
Yeah.
everything.
I'm also a sucker for beach settings, so that's why I like Sunshine's design so much.
Yes.
I really like all the. I like how it's like it is a tropical island, but that doesn't mean it's not going to have varied locations.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
there's
haunted hotel.
the theme park.
I like the theme park. I really love I forget the name of it, but just like the village that's that's basically on this.
Pianta Village.
Yeah, that's Pianta Village.
Is that just it?
Yes.
That's actually kind of uninteresting now. Now that's
Hey, what do you think of those weird crack things?
They were crack
What?
things. What?
Quack.
Quack?
What?
Oh, Cataquacks.
Yeah, the cataquacks. They're an enemy.
I don't.
They're an enemy.
I feel.
And
I
they are
just. I
annoying to
feel
double
like.
dash.
I feel disturbed by them.
They're an enemy that exists. That's all I really got.
I really like the fact that there is just like a bunch of Mario enemies that aren't just that didn't just come from like the 2D games and given 3D models. I do like that the 3D platformers gave their own spin and made a bunch
Yep.
of new enemies and stuff, which eventually showed up in other media like Superstar Saga and the other Mario RPGs.
Yeah, I'm very glad they did that.
Makes sense.
But yeah, all the levels seem very well constructed. There's less of the ability to pick whatever shine you want and get multiple different shines. Off the top of my head, I think there's only 4 shines you can do that with.
And they're mostly just hidden special shines you can find in any mission at any time.
Either that or they're Bianco Hills, where it's just oh, you got rid of this goop piranha, or you could walk up the hill and you could just fight Petey.
Yep, or you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
go on the lighthouse and just ground pound to get a shine for free.
Yeah. And then there's also the challenge shines that are all around Delfino Plaza. You could do
Yeah,
those at any point
use the rocket
until you
nozzle to
need
open this door.
the rocket nozzle for some of those. Also,
Honestly,
yeah,
the one-
Wait. Oh yeah, I just remembered the glitch where you could be on the rope and use the rocket nozzle so many times you get launched in the fucking.
that's a
space.
funny one. I did not know that one as a kid. If I did, that's probably all I would do. Is I would do that, and I would see, I would make it into a game where I do that to try and get to stuff faster, quote unquote, or
Or to see how high you can go.
I do that and see if I can land on where the shine sprite is.
How high can you fly? No, that
Well,
is
you mean
my
like,
that is my one real problem with Sunshine. That it's exceptionally glitchy. especially when you're just not trying to. You can have something really stupid happen to
To be fair, the
Pachinko.
physics engine is kind of funky.
I've never had like glitches happen, but like the physics engine is in some ways very good and in other ways deplorable.
You mean like that?
Pachinko.
You mean like a good way is the infinite slip and slide technique, where you spray a little water on the ground, do a belly flop in it, and you just slide everywhere.
That's not a glitch though. That's just something they would put in the game intentionally.
I like
technique,
the
either way.
there is a
mid-two
glitch
technique.
that the video game Donkey did where you're sliding down the hill and you flip at you jump at a certain point. Mario doesn't flip, he just ascends still in his sliding motion.
I feel as though he just hacked that part in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I still like. Everyone can agree though that the most glitchy part of the whole game is the pachinko machine.
Yeah.
Oh god, I remember Chugga.
It's just luck. And
But
just
then
like
there's
real
Chugga's
Pachinko.
whole thing, where
it's-
he did win, but then his power went out.
It's
I guess
luck.
we'll give him points for accuracy.
It's luck, bad physics, and it's also unneeded. So,
And you cannot move left for the life of you.
like, it's not even required to beat the game. So most people like don't even go for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he went. Yeah, but Chugga went for it, and he still suffered.
That's
Yeah,
because
because he
Chugga
always
goes
does
for
100%.
100%.
So does,
Yeah.
And then there's poor Johnny, who's 100%ing it who's 100%ed it how many times?
Twice? I don't know.
3. He said before that he's played it 100% 3 times.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Any favorite nozzle attachments?
Just the classic hover nozzles all I
Yeah, hover's just really useful for platforming.
I really like the
Yeah.
turbo nozzle because it taps into my inner Sonic fan.
Turbo
Go
nozzle
fast.
is a fun one.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's fun.
I would have liked a Sunshine 2 where you started off with all 3 of those different nozzles.
And then you get more.
And
yeah,
you,
they don't really
you either
do
get
that much like inventive level design.
yeah,
with all
you
3
either get
nozzles.
more or you use them to solve puzzles and sort of things. And like the game, like the worlds could get progressively harder, and like have you be more involved with the different nozzles that you had. And that would be really cool. I would have really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed they didn't really do like any crazy level design with all 3 nozzles, but they never did that.
Yeah.
Now, can I bring up one thing I dislike about Sunshine?
Sure.
That
Yes.
would be.
The fact that it doesn't tell you a lot of things that Mario can do. Like open
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
Hello,
Wait, what?
hello, Hotel Delfino. What do you mean I'm able to open this door to get a fucking pineapple to the bottom floor so Yoshi will finally get the fuck up?
Yeah, they don't really tell you a lot of things in Sunshine. They just kind of say,
Yeah.
hey, go.
And there's also that.
Of course,
you know
once you
what,
figure out the spin jump, you basically break the game.
You know what? If I hadn't watched Chugga Conroy's Let's Play of it first, I would have also never. It would probably have also never occurred to me to look up into the sky at that one point.
And thus Super
Granted, that's more
Sun-
Mario 64
became
reference than
very
anything.
playable.
Yeah.
We didn't really bring it up in 64, mainly because a lot of these bosses are very, like, one and done deals. But what do you guys think about the boss fights in Sunshine?
King Boo
Manta Ray
looks
Silhouette
weird.
terrified me as a child.
Oh
What
yeah,
silhouette?
the
Manta Ray
Manta.
silhouette.
That was the
Which,
boss.
if I recall, was
Oh,
based off
yeah.
a Twilight Zone episode or something.
No, it was based off of the ending to The Shining in the Stephen
That's
King
right.
book.
What? Wait. What?
Okay, so like one of the last few lines in The Shining in the Stephen King book talks about this like manta ray shaped shadow that like flowed over the hotel as like everybody was leaving. And so I'm guessing somebody on the Sunshine team like really liked that. Really liked the visual that line gave them, so they made a
Well,
reference
to
to
be
it.
fair, it is a beach, so I mean it makes sense.
It's
It's a beach hotel too.
So it fits actually a lot more than you'd expect.
Yeah. I mean, King Boo looked really weird. I liked his read. I liked how they changed him in Luigi's Mansion.
And that's just his
No,
design
Luigi's
now.
Mansion- was his
You mean
first
how they
appearance.
changed him for Sunshine? Luigi's Mansion showed up first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Luigi's
I thought-
Mansion was the day one. Luigi's Mansion was actually like a day before title.
It was a launch title.
Yeah, but it came out the day before the GameCube here in America.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Don't
That's
you love
funny.
it when things don't make any sense? No, you don't, because they don't make any goddamn sense.
That's funny.
I
But
really.
anyway, there's also that Luigi's Mansion reference line in the game. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Now's not a time for Luigi's Mansion. We're talking about Mario.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta go AFK for a second.
Okay. I really like the PD Piranha fights. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, why is this thing? Why do I need to shoot water down this thing's gullet so it doesn't vomit paint at me?
Gotta clean out his gullet.
Wait, what? Sorry, what I missed?
The PD Piranha.
Oh
fight.
yeah.
He ate too much candy. You gotta
There's
clean him out.
that. There's the Mecha Bowser fight on the
I
piano
did
part.
like that fight. Like once you get the hang of it, that fight's actually pretty fun.
And the music's
the
amazing.
other roller coaster mission can go die, but
What, the balloon one?
yes,
I thought the balloon one was fine.
you're in
It's
the
just if you're not
minority
careful, you
now.
can get
It's
screwed over
just
by the-
it's
if you're
just
not
like
careful,
it's just
you
like
can
you
get
have
screwed over by
you
the
got
rails.
3 laps. Try and get all the balloons. Like, oh, cool. And
Yeah,
like
it's just
and
Aiming can be a pain in the ass at times.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess I got used to it when like the fight and like didn't have a limit on how many times you can loop Bowser.
Just so long as you don't get yourself killed.
So
Like,
so it
there's
took me
certain
a
balloon lineups that will just screw you over at times.
and then it also has like the stupid like wacky challenge music that I love. I really love Sunshine's soundtrack.
It is a good soundtrack.
If unmemorable.
Unmemorable? No way.
I don't know, I don't remember any of it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. Okay, so have we finished up Sunshine talk?
Okay, also like high voice acting.
Oh yeah, this is what officially the first Mario game, besides that PC one that we don't talk about, that had voice acting for a lot of its characters. And funny enough,
Yep.
in the Japanese version, Mario even has a voice.
Who was he voiced by?
Who do you think? Charles Martinet.
Okay, just making sure.
Like,
Why
and
would
also,
it be any
and
different?
also, what's weird is that all the even though it's the Japanese version, everybody's talking in English.
Yep.
Which begs the question: why didn't they just let Mario keep his voiced lines in the U.S. version? That's another thing
Maybe
in
just
general.
because it felt weird and maybe
Yeah.
David didn't want to.
This is where we got the actual general gist of what Bowser Jr. and Peach and Toads will be envisioned for the rest of the franchise. And I really like Bowser's voice. He's pretty much who that voice for him is pretty much the voice I would have thought for him.
Mm-hmm.
If not like more gruff sounding when he's like actually
Yeah.
being menacing. But yeah, Sunshine's pretty good, pretty solid game.
Solid
Don't-
game, inspired.
Maybe don't
hat in
100%
time,
it if you
play
don't have
hat
the
in
patience
time.
for it.
Yeah, not a game you should 100%.
Unless you really like it. And even then,
Yeah.
fuck that one special mission where you gotta stand on a boat with Yoshi and make sure it doesn't fall in the ocean.
Oh god, the lily pad mission.
The lily pad mission actually isn't that hard.
The mission
Just
on
getting that is a pain in the
getting
ass.
there is the annoying part because it's tedious.
Yep. Alright, so on to the real main event. It's time for Galaxy.
Which you guys can talk about because I've never played Galaxy or Galaxy 2, so I can't contribute much here.
Well,
You like
shit.
space? You like Mario? Well, we put space with your Mario.
And they are easily some of the best games on the Wii.
There's
A
not
lot
the-
of floating everywhere, and it's amazing. I
That's
love
not
it.
Xenoblade
Prefer-
Chronicles.
I kind of prefer the first one over the second one, mainly because it's just presented better.
The second one is more not space.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like the skyboxes are actually more actual sky instead of space.
Didn't all that they do in Mario Galaxy 2 was like add Yoshi,
and
and that
whatever,
was it?
yeah.
It was basically some new power-ups for situational stars, Yoshi with a few new things, and that was basically it.
Basically,
And
the
Yoshi-
closest thing
and
they could
Yoshi
really
Power.
do for an expansion pack on the Wii, but basically the size of a full Mario game.
I
Pretty much.
do.
In fact, wasn't it originally going to be like an
Yes.
expansion?
It was going to be
Yes.
called Super Mario Galaxy More.
And it was originally just going to be DLC, but then they made a new game.
But then they made too much and decided to make it a new game.
Never heard of the term "they've made too much." But the two power-ups that I know of from the Galaxy duology is the Red Star, which makes it so that you can actually like fly freely,
Yep.
Only in
and
the hub
that-
world,
that was
though.
fun.
and
That
the
was only on
Cloud
the hub
Mushroom.
world, which is weird.
Cloud Mushroom's also like a power-up that I really enjoy.
That is a really good power up.
I wish they kept the original design design in Galaxy for the ice flower, because you're just made of ice instead of just fire flower, but blue instead of white.
Also, by the way, the ice flower theme, joyous.
Isn't the Ice Flower and Fire Flower theme the same theme?
No,
Yes.
they're just sped up and slowed down differently.
It's basically
Yeah,
it's
I think
basically
there
the
might be
same
different
difference with like the legendary dogs and crystal and gold, silver.
Yep.
It's just like there's different instrumentation and different speeds to them.
But yeah, I really loved Galaxy, just how it did everything mechanically and stuff.
Mechanically, it's
Gravity
probably the
mechanics
most
is
solid
great.
in this. It's the most solid 3D platformer that Mario has, I'd say, so
Yeah.
far.
Gravity
I can't say that about Odyssey because that's not out yet.
So what do you guys think about the stages in the Galaxy games?
I like
Honestly,
space
really,
junk.
really enjoy the variety that they brought in with Galaxy.
Oh, yeah,
They
that
could
was,
do
yeah.
whatever the hell they wanted.
Variety's
Yeah.
amazing.
You know, I think Galaxy 2 actually kind of had the same problem Sonic Lost World has, where it's not really space. It doesn't feel like space. It just feels like stuff floating in the sky.
Sonic Lost World wasn't trying to be space, though.
I know, but that's what I meant. It's the closest comparison I got here. Because most of the time it is just stuff floating in the sky. There's no there's no actual space. So it just it felt kind of weird for me, I guess.
And Green Stars suck.
In both games, you're just the second.
Green Stars only existed in Galaxy 2. The ones in Galaxy 1 were just the trial galaxies. AKA.
And
Well,
Luigi.
you had to get all three to unlock the trial galaxies. Is what it was.
Yeah, there was and Luigi got.
No, Luigi only got you
He
one
only
of
gets
them.
one
The
of
other
them.
the other two were straight up hidden stars.
Okay. Either way, really.
In fact, one of them makes up Star 7 of Dusty Dune. Not Dusty Dune.
It's Dusty Dune, yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was like one. It made it to where Dusty Dune was the only 7-star galaxy.
Any flaws that you could think of with the two games?
Aside from maybe fixing walking around on the sides of spheres, not really.
the
Maybe
sides
make
of
the
spheres?
final boss of Galaxy 2 a little harder.
Yeah, and longer. I mean, I've heard that apparently the good thing they put the theme in Smash Bros. That's an amazing theme.
Oh yeah, it's a great theme. Too bad the fight lasts like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean they had the giant marker there.
Galaxy 1 felt legitimately challenging at times. Galaxy 2 was way too easy. Even in Grandmaster Galaxy, it wasn't that
I mean,
hard.
I still
Yeah,
died in
Bowser's,
Perfect Run a lot.
Yeah, Bowser's whole fight in Galaxy 1 was a bit of a gauntlet.
What do we think about Rosalina being like the first Mario character that actually has a character to them?
I'm very glad about that.
I like Rosalina.
Yeah, I like the tragic backstory. How you became space princess by sacrificing living with your family.
She didn't sacrifice it. She didn't even know what she was getting into.
By accidentally sacrificing.
Time is
You can't accidentally sacrifice something.
Fair, well, whatever. Accidentally abandoning your family. How about
She
that?
basically got lost, is what it was.
Lost in space and became space mom.
Space Mom.
That is basically
Yeah,
what
that's
she
how
is.
they call her.
And this is
Yeah, like
why
all the
I don't
Lumas call her
use
mama.
secret stuff.
So,
Also, how about that ending?
Which one?
The Deus Ex Machina.
The Luma
Oh
genocide.
yeah, everything. Oh yeah, everything explodes and then resets.
No, not everything. Just a black hole
Implode.
forms.
Okay, fine. Everything implodes and then resets.
And everything black holes.
And then
we don't even know what exactly.
Galaxy 2 happens.
Which is just like, hey, none of that happened.
I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that little touch where it's just like oh, because it went before, like we were set back before all this happened. So now here's that, but a different take on that, and with like different worlds and stuff. I do not enjoy the fact that we don't have Rosalina at the helm in 2 anymore, and we got some purple guy who's
Lubba.
We got
not really,
Patrick.
not even that interesting, from what I've seen.